Hello and welcome to the workshop. I hope everyone is doing well out there. It is a beautiful day down here. Sunshine, cool breeze. We're living life. Living life. And speaking of living life, it is that time again. That's right, the time has come. The infamous life test is upon us, or was upon us, and now we have the final verdict. For those of you not familiar, the life test is just a much more in-depth review. Basically, we wear a sneaker every single day for X amount of time, and then we report back to you all with an update. And of course, we're going to talk about the pros and the cons, not just the positive stuff, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to talk about all of it. And with that said, this is an update on the ADIDAS YEEZY 700 Static. After 3 weeks of wearing. I have worn these every single day. If you follow me on Instagram at Mr. Former Simpson, then you know how much I've been wearing these. Since the day I took them out of the box, I have worn them a lot. More than a lot. So right off the bat, they fit a little bit bigger than the Mauve and the Wave Runner. I've talked about this a little bit before, but that's kind of strange to me and always a little frustrating when the fits are constantly switching up. In my opinion, the Mauve fits the most snug, the Wave Runner is in the middle, and then these fit the biggest. I don't really mind it, but I just think it's better when they keep the fit consistent through a particular model. As far as comfort goes, such a comfortable sneaker, it really is. The 700 is my favorite Yeezy model of all time, and the comfort is a big part of that. Obviously, you have the Boost cushioning. Boost is life, but they just feel so good when you're wearing them. They don't need a bunch of break-in time. The materials are good. It's a nice, chunky, comfortable sneaker, and I'd say they even get a little more comfortable as you wear them. So there's definitely been no drop-off in that regard. Now, I mentioned the materials. I really dig them. Of course, I like the way the sneaker looks, but high quality materials, they're just so much better for obvious reasons. The sneaker is more comfortable. It holds up better. I mean, the leather on these is beautiful. It really is. Not that this little strip of leather on the side makes that much of a difference, but you'd be surprised. Better materials, better sneaker. There's also some suede and mesh, as you can see. They did a really, really good job with it. And actually, a quick little, this is a not so good job on my part. This is a side note horror story. The first or maybe second day I wore these, I spilled balsamic vinaigrette dressing all over the shoe, and I thought it was a wrap, because if you've ever tried to clean a stain off of mesh, then you know. Depending on the stain, it can be near impossible and very, very horrific. Somehow, by the grace of God, thank you very much, I was able to completely clean it with some soap and water. Very traumatic though, and by traumatic, I mean not really, just more annoying. You know, when it comes to sneakers, and really the whole point of wearing these the way that I do and living life in them is that I don't worry too much about what happens. I don't go out of my way to mess them up and scuff them up and all that. I just don't worry about those things. I don't worry about getting them dirty. I don't worry about getting caught in the rain a little bit. We aren't out here worrying about creases. That would defeat the entire purpose of this. And actually, now that we're on the creasing topic, I know that's a hot topic in sneakers, let's talk about the durability, which has been excellent. There are a couple creases and cracks though, something that didn't happen to my Mauve pair, at least not as noticeably. Just something to note. These held up great, but they are gonna split and crease a little bit in certain spots. Keep in mind, I have worn these for maybe 150 hours already, and they still look damn good. That's a lot of wear into a sneaker. There are shoes I've owned for a long time and never put anywhere close to that much wear into them. Moral of the story, these have held up very well, all things considered. So maybe the creasing or cracking could be considered a con, but overall the durability is definitely a pro. Comfort is another major pro. The fact that it's such a light colorway, I guess could be maybe considered a con. You know, those creases and cracks, they show up more. Like I said, on the mauve colorway, you don't even show them, but on this pair, they are gonna show up more just because it is a light colorway. And maybe the fit could also be considered a con. I don't know. I love the way they fit. So the fit and comfort and everything related to that is a pro for me. I guess if there was a con, or if there were a con, it would just be the fact that one 700 doesn't necessarily fit like the next 700. And you can see they've tweaked the model a little bit too. It's not like the same exact sneaker. They're 700s, but this is a V2. So they have switched it up. Just something to note more than a negative aspect, I guess, if you really look at it. And aesthetics wise, as I mentioned, it's my favorite Yeezy. I really dig them. I don't think these will have quite as long of a lifespan as the mauve. I've worn my mauves a ton and they still basically look brand new, but these are my favorite, and overall it is just such a good sneaker. Comfortable, durable, really all the things you look for in a sneaker. Well, at least all the things that I look for in a sneaker. You know, when you think about it, if you have a shoe that looks good, feels good, and holds up, you're in pretty good shape. I mean, I don't know what else you would really want out of a sneaker. So I'm a happy camper, but leave a comment below and let us know, how do you feel about these? Do you own a pair of 700s? And if so, how has your pair or pairs, shout out to all the pairs, held up? And what sneakers should we put through the life test next? The infamous life test. We love doing these videos. I've mentioned that many times, but these are like almost our favorite videos to do. So leave a comment below and let us know what sneaker we should do next. Always love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. You are very appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, right here at the workshop with a brand new video. Until then, I'm out.